the interesting next step for United is not to tactically analyse the game that much, because we went to Anfield, we did park the bus at times and we countered, and that's fine because you'd expect that. But when you go to Burnley or Brentford, or you're playing Brighton at home, you can't do that. So it's almost, we've got to learn to win many different ways. We've got to learn to win, and we've got to learn to win in different ways. And we're very good when we're allowed to defend and counter, but we've got to be more than that. And that's when we'll start to see the real Amorim system, because the real Amorim system is not a back five and counter. And that's why Ahmad on the right wing is so important. And I know a lot of people have spoken about Cunha, a lot of people have spoken about Maguire and Mbeumo and De Ligt, and you know, I mentioned Diallo there. But I also think that it's worth reiterating again in this positive time, a shout out to Ahmad, because for me, that's his best game of the season by a long way, at Anfield against our biggest rival, on the side of the pitch that we've had issues. And I think if he doesn't get subbed, he probably ends up being man of the match. So I think Ahmad deserves a massive shout out as well. I thought he was absolutely incredible. Let me just grab some of your comments that are coming in, because we do have a lot of comments to go through. I've got some more stuff from Roy Keane as well. I love how Amorim's post-match interview is the way he talked about team spirit. If you have fight, all-out mentality is a huge boost. That's what Sir Alex Ferguson built on, says Seth. I mean, look, I have confidence this morning. I don't know about anybody else. I do have confidence. Now, some people might mock that confidence and say, how can you be confident when we've been here so many times before? And we have. Of course we have. Under many managers, we've had results like this, and then we followed it up with bad results. But we all said in the international break that these 4 games were massive. Liverpool away, Brighton at home, Forest and Spurs away. They're going to dictate our season. But the encouragement of yesterday is that that's Anfield. That's our biggest rival. That's the Lions' den. And we've gone and won. If we can't take that and party, then we're never going to do it, are we? And I think that, all right, Brighton could beat us. Forest could beat us. Spurs could beat us. But I'd be incredibly shocked and surprised if we went and had 3 bad results in a row now. And to be honest with you, I don't want to see 1 bad result. I don't want to see us getting beat. I'd love to win all 3 of the next 3, but I want to win 2 and draw 1 minimum. And I don't see why we shouldn't. And people will say, oh, you're being massively naive, but like, there's no reason why not now. Like, there isn't any reason why we can't turn that corner. And I'm confident we can. And, you know, we don't want to overthink it. We just go into the next game, play with that character, and we will create chances because we've got players that can do it. We've got numerous players that can do it. The first goal comes from Ahmad and Mbeumo. The second goal comes from Bruno. So it's that, you know, that's not forgetting people like Sesko, Cunha, Mount. So we've got people who can score goals. And with 3 centre backs, we are quite solid. So I expect us to start getting results now. We've got to start getting results. And there's a lot of congestion around the top 5. And I do remember saying this at the start of the season, that by game 10, as long as we're in touching distance of top 5, then we've got a great chance of top 5. What I would say is what I've been saying in the last few weeks. I still don't see the vision. I still think that's a very, 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 very good point. I still don't see what the vision is for Amorim's long term. Maybe the vision doesn't start till next season. Maybe this season is just about grinding results out. But we've got a great opportunity at moving up. And look, it's not all positive. I'm going to sit here and say I cannot stand Bruno Fernandes in the midfield. Now, Roy Keane put it perfectly. He said, there's not many players in world football that can put that cross into Harry Maguire. It is top class. We called it out at the time. I spoke about it on the match reaction. Most players take a touch there. Roy Keane said it. Most players take a touch. And if you take a touch, Liverpool get set. But because he puts it in first time, it causes Konate problems. It causes the keeper problems. And Maguire does what Maguire can do, as he did against Lyon. He can get on the end of those and Man United win the game. But so much of that is down to Bruno Fernandes and his, amazing talent to create. That, to me, just reiterates what I've said to you before about Bruno. Some people can't deal with this. Bruno Fernandes in the midfield, sell him to Saudi, get rid of him. He's not a good captain. Bruno Fernandes as a number 10, keep him at the football club. Don't let him go anywhere. And that's it. End of conversation. I cannot stand him in midfield, but as a creator in the final third, I think we probably arguably got one of the best in Europe. And I don't like him in the midfield. And I actually thought he played shit yesterday, but then he gets that there, and people go, "Well, what are you criticising Bruno for? You're mugging him off, saying he's a crap midfielder, and then he does that." And I'm like, "Yeah, was that what a midfielder does? Is that what a midfielder does on the left wing in the last few minutes, putting in a first-time cross, or is that more what you'd expect from a creative player?" Yeah, Bruno's our best creative, and I'm not going to change my opinion on that, despite being ecstatic this morning.